We're Thieves. I'm Michael. I sing and play guitar.
I'm Matt. I play drums.
I'm Dave and I play bass.
We're heavy fucking pop. Heavy pop from beginning to end. Do you want me to explain what that is? It's like if you take all the sweet poppiness, like I like pop music and like Dave really doesn't like pop music, but if you put this bit and this bit together and then Matt's in the middle, squidge it all together, then it comes out as Thieves. So it's like catchy hooks and like big choruses, but then with like distortion. Just all that kind of like 90s, like dig punk metal, like the Beatles, Bay City Rollers, and mush it all together. And it's just like the century's version of grunge, which is us for bringing it in.
I think heavy pop is just really whatever you want it to be, darling. You know? I always thought the heavy pop thing was purely to annoy me.
It is mostly.
But it seems to take on a life of its own. It's a unique selling point, I suppose.
Yeah, it's our USP.
Yeah. It's all the 90s, sort of early 90s Seattle sound bands. For me, anyway, for the likes of Nirvana, obviously. Alice in Chains, Soundgarden. And then, well, for me, it's the more heavy stuff. It's like the Cancer Bats, Poison the Well, Wellhaven.
Yeah, Wellhaven.
That's where I come from in the process. Anyway.
I feel your Wellhaven. Yeah, 90s noise rock for me, so it's like Helmet, that kind of stuff. Jesus Lizard, just noisy, atonal kind of stuff. Yeah.
I think like more and more, like it is that kind of like what, like all the bands that I started on, like all like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and like Mudhoney and Tad and all that. Like I always kind of say we sound like every band from the 90s that didn't get signed to a major, you know, and that's kind of what, like that, it's a bit of a joke, but it kind of is the, like, what it really does sound like, you know. I was also like 5 in the 90s, so that's probably why it didn't work out so well. But like, all that stuff that kind of gave me the grounding and this kind of in rock and like guitars and drums, I feel it's coming through more and more and more now. But I listen to a load of stuff. Like I say, I really enjoy the pop side of things. Taylor Swift, Lorde, Billie Eilish, really like her. Lana Del Rey. And I think like all that, when you tell people about it, they're like, I don't fucking hear any of that. But like, I know it's in there, and like, just because y'all can't figure it out doesn't mean it's not there, you know? But I think that's what kind of makes it interesting. It's not just like another noisy, like, grungy kind of band. Like, there's a twist in there, you know?
And the chord progressions.
Tell you what, Taylor's got some fucking great riffs, yo. Great riffs. Single's called Palisades, and it's that like 90s loud, quiet, loud dynamic, and it's, you know, flannel turned to 12,
grungy,
fuzzy.
Originally, the track was called Grunge 101. That was the working title, but it's a lot more than that. There's a lot more to it.
Like it's I don't want to say like it's just that pure kind of thing. Like when I wrote it, like that's just how it came out. There's no changes, and it's just like it is just like loud, quiet, loud, super grungy. All the fuzz on, distortion turned all the way up, load of screaming. Yeah, and I mean like when you hear it, just gonna be like, it's Nirvana. I mean, not that we're like as good as Nirvana or anything. Are we though? The single is like, it's kind of like about two people, and like, you know, if like you had like a best friend when you were growing up, and like you just kind of knew each other and without saying anything, or you had like your own language and you're all kind of like wrapped up in each other, and like it's your wee secret kind of world, you know, and no one else really gets it, and you're not ever going to let anyone into that. And like that's kind of what it's about. Kind of. I don't want to give like everything away, but that's like broad strokes. Like the album kind of really thematically is about like getting your place and like having to like you've earned it and you've like kind of got there, but you got to fight to keep it, and like there's everything that comes along with that. Like I mean, you have to like you question yourself and self-doubt and belief and all that kind of thing. And I think like broadly that's what it covers. But like whenever I'm really like constantly think about like that kind of thing most of the time when I'm writing. But whenever I go back and listen to it and kind of go, oh, that's what that is and that's what that is. But maybe like that's just me interpreting my own thing, and then somebody else will listen to it or look at it and be like, well, nobody can fucking read lyrics. But like now I sing, hopefully people will understand them. But and go back and they'll be like, well, that's what that's about, and sing. Try to sing. Yeah. Did that answer the question? I don't know if it did. So yeah, Bob Logan, who's our guy for all things photography and videography, we done it up here, practice room, and just came up and just blasted through it a bunch of times. And like again, it's just sticking with that kind of like aesthetic. You know, it's us in a room playing live pretty much. And like I mean, there's some fancy effects and some spice sprinkled here and there, and but yeah, like we got the first cut off it through today, so it's really I can't wait for it to come out. Like it feels like we're just sitting on so much right now, like not just the bass amp, but like, and I just want it all out. Like you're walking around with it on your phone, just being like, just want to let everybody fucking hear this already. But we gotta wait till October. Yeah. Single comes out middle August, then we've the release show 17th August in the Limelight with Conjecture 42 and Gas Hands. Then after that I don't want to give it all it away either, but like with another single and another video which is going to be fucking badass. It's great, conceptually amazing. In my head so far it looks unreal. And then the album, and then like loads of shows, and then like stuff next year and everything, so pretty flat out between now and Christmas.
You know, we're on our own,
Yeah.
forging our own path. There's a few bands out there probably maybe similar in sound and stuff, but I think we're, I don't know, kind of doing our own thing. So I don't think we can really like, say, yeah, we're part of a scene as such. I think we're part of a scene in terms of heavy music, that kind of thing, but I don't think there's anyone who can say, like, those guys replace some of our stuff. I think, I don't know.
It's a hard one to pigeonhole. We're too heavy for the rock side of things. We're not just as heavy as the brutal death metals to be really considered part of the metal scene. So I don't really know where we sit.
We're the world's only heavy pop band.
Yeah.
So that in and of itself means we have our own little niche in the sandbox. But like Dave says, like we can straddle different worlds, you know, and like you've seen us, you know, like I mean, it's not like we say heavy pop, but I mean, there's nothing saccharine or sweet about it. I mean, it's loud, noisy rock, and it kind of allows us to we can play over here, we can do this, and the album kind of goes. There's shades of that as it kind of goes along. It gets heavier and heavier and heavier, ends in this crescendo. It's pretty special. You'll see, but yeah, I think like we're kind of slot in. And it's good not to be the same as everybody else, because I mean, why would you want to sound like, you know, and any other band? The whole thing is to try and do your own thing. But I mean, that's a blessing and a curse, because then sometimes people don't know where to put you, and then you end up playing with like an acoustic guy and a magician or something. So
Sounds like a good line.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe the next show. Fucking great.
It was great fun.
Yeah. Like, we got to play a bunch of shows, meet a bunch of bands, like, got to hang out with a bunch of people. Like, it was great. It was really fun. It was really good. And, like, even though we didn't win or whatever, like, I mean, it was all win for us. Like, off of the back of that, like, we've kind of been able to do so much. Like, it really acted as, like, a springboard for us to, like, be like, we're heavy pop. And, like, met Mark and you and everything. It was great. It was great. Like, it does so much for bands. Like, we just kind of went in and being like, oh, we had to play a show, but then see when you're in and like you realise it just does so much for bands from here, like from Belfast, and like kind of what we were talking about before. Like there's a wide range. Like there's like death metal, and then there's like stoner metal, and then there's like kind of super grungy bands, and there's heavy pop bands, and like just this wide spectrum of stuff. And like it's great that somebody is providing that kind of infrastructure and support for bands from here, because the heavy end of it really doesn't get as much recognition as it really should at all. And I mean, like that's always going to be the way, but it's a shame because there's so many great bands out there. Like we're gonna have to wait and see. No, probably will. Like it was so much fun, and like it just opened up so many opportunities, and like it's great just to play, you know. And that see whenever you get. Like when the final and there was all the fucking lights and all that craziness, it's great. Like, and you get to play to a bunch of people that, like, all those people who never came to see us before, you know, and now, like, it just opens up, like, an audience to us, so, yeah. I mean, like I said, it's a great opportunity.
I think the biggest worry with it is, you know, if you get to the final on your first go, and then you enter it again, and you go out in the first round or something, I think that's the only concern, but I don't know.
It'll not happen.
What?
No.
We can say.
No,
No.
it's not gonna happen.
We're on Spotify. You can search us on Spotify, Facebook, Thieves, THVS. Can I clarify, we are called Thieves, by the by. And then we're on Instagram, we're on Bandcamp, like Thieves Band, thieves.bandcamp.com. And then hopefully over the next wee while we'll be everywhere. You'll see us anytime you open the internet, ever, even on Pornhub. Okay, bye.